It's time now for Fort Stockton High School Prowler Volleyball on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and KFST's YouTube page. Prowler Volleyball is being brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Loop Center, Pecos County State Bank, The Steakhouse Restaurant, Sawyer Insurance, The First National Bank, Hernandez Sanitation, K-Bob Steakhouse, Citibank, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire Pros, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and by Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health Services, Porky's Ice House, Sauceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance Med Spa, and Airlawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Now stay tuned for Prowler Volleyball. And good morning, everyone. This is Ken Ripley at KFST, AM and FM. We are on KFSTradio.com, and we're also on our KFST YouTube page this morning to bring you Prowler Volleyball, district action from the Special Events Center versus the Pecos Lady Eagles. We're playing this game early today due to band contests later on today at Ratliff Stadium. The Pride of Pantherland Band will be performing at 4:45 this afternoon. So that's the big reason that we're playing this game early today, to allow the girls who are on our volleyball team to get on over to the band contest. So this is a big game for the Prowlers. The Prowlers are now 3-4 in district play after a huge win over Monahans on Tuesday night, which really cemented the Prowlers' chances of making the playoffs. Really very good chance now of the Prowlers making the playoffs, and we think we will. We have already had the other two games played in district play, and again, that's due to band contest. Seminole defeated Andrews, last night. Seminole defeating Andrews 3-2 last night. That game went to 5 games, and the match did, and so Seminole gets a big win over Andrews. That's the first loss in district for the Andrews Lady Mustangs. And Greenwood defeated Monahans, and that was a 3-0 score in the match. So the district standings are as follows. Andrews is now 7-1 in district play. Their first loss yesterday to Seminole. Greenwood is now 6-2. Seminole at 5-3. Fort Stockton at 3-4. And then Monahans at 2-6, and Pecos is at 0-7. So the Prowlers really need this win today to put our record at 4-4, and we've got a couple of tough opponents left to play in the regular part of district play. It'll be Andrews here on Tuesday night, and then Greenwood on the road on Saturday, and that'll complete the regular season for the Prowlers. And then I'm quite confident now that we're going to be going into the playoffs. And then we'll have the playoffs next after the regular season is finished. All right, so we've got the rosters for both ball clubs. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey Panther fans, this is Rudy Franco with Amistad Motors, inviting you to come out and take a look at our pre-owned inventory. We have a good selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. We have several certified pre-owned units that come with an extended warranty. So if you are in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, drive on over to 2110 West Dickinson or give us a call at 336-9000. Amistad Motors, friends serving friends. Go Blue!
The trusted name in Fort Stockton and the surrounding area for construction projects of all kinds is Jones Leasing Incorporated, owned and operated by Ross Jones since 1994 for construction jobs, including remodeling projects and roofing, including hail damage, maintenance and repair, painting, and much more. It's Jones Leasing, a fully insured local company with offices at the Hodges Building in Fort Stockton across from City Hall. Call Ross Jones today for a free estimate at 432-290-7171.
Do you know where you can get a great lunch special for a very affordable price? At Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, of course. Their lunch special is served Monday through Friday during lunchtime. Monday is the grilled chicken salad. Tuesday is the taco plate. Wednesday it's Bienvenidos nachos. Thursday it's the hamburger basket. And Friday it's the enchilada plate. You can come by Monday through Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. for a delicious Mexican-style breakfast. Bienvenidos open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 405 West Dickinson.
This is Dakota Livesay for the Pecos County State Bank. As with anything valuable, trust is earned. The Pecos County State Bank has been earning trust in West Texas for over 85 years. Trust is a cornerstone of our business. You trust us with your money, your personal business, and your life. We live up to that trust every day. At the Pecos County State Bank, you will find reliability, honesty, and safety. You will find trust. The Pecos County State Bank, all the bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
The Steakhouse Restaurant announces the addition of a very affordable express lunch, served Monday through Friday from 11 to 2, priced at only $7.99. It's fast and affordable with perfect portions. The lunch choices include 2 cheese enchiladas with rice and beans, 2 beef tacos with rice and beans, 2 chicken flautas with rice and beans, half a quesadilla, beef or chicken with rice and beans, a chicken breast with long green chili, rice and cucumber salad, or a half chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and cucumber salad. Come by, sample the express lunch at the Steakhouse, 1100 West Dickinson. All right, we're back here at the Special Events Center in Fort Stockton. A home game today for the Prowlers in volleyball and best 3 out of 5, of course. Let's take a look at the Pecos Lady Eagles. First of all, they're coached by Peggy Randolph. They're 4-25 overall and 0-7 in district play. And let's take a look at their players. We have Madeline Dominguez. She is a junior, a defensive specialist, and a libero for Pecos. Brooke Garcia is a senior, and she's number 3. She's a setter. Azerlyn Perez is a senior, and she's a designated setter and libero. Also, Carice Hernandez for Pecos is a senior. She's number 6, a defensive specialist and a libero. And Fiara Aguirre, I believe is the way it's said. She's a senior, and she's a defensive specialist and outside hitter. And Jaslyn Licon is number 11. Actually, she's number 10. Sorry about that. And she's a junior, designated setter, and a libero. Jerica Velasquez, she is a senior. She's number 11, an outside hitter. Carissa Campos is a sophomore. She's number 12, and she's an outside hitter and a right side hitter. Alia Perez is a junior, number 13, a setter and defensive specialist. Madeline Fuentes for Pecos is a senior. She's number 14, a middle hitter and a right side hitter. Janelle Anchondo is a junior. She's number 15, and she's an outside hitter. Danica Sotelo is a junior, number 17, a middle hitter and a right side hitter. And Riley Villanueva is a senior. She's number 18 and an outside hitter. And Zerlyn Archuleta is a senior, number 21, and a right side hitter. So those are the Pecos Lady Eagles. We'll be back in just a moment with the Fort Stockton Prowler roster right after this. The First National Bank of Fort Stockton offers rock-solid banking services with a friendly staff and offers extended lobby hours. They're a full-service bank, and it's locally owned and operated, and they appreciate your business. First National Bank of Fort Stockton also operates Brave National Bank in Ira-Ann. The First National Bank is proud to support the Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams in all their competition and say, go Panthers and Prowlers. The friendly First National Bank of Fort Stockton, 1000 West Dickinson, member FDIC. Sawyer Insurance Agency has 4 locations in West Texas to serve you, including 706 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton and 1502 South Stockton Avenue in Monahans, with offices in Midland and Lubbock. They offer the most complete line of commercial and personal insurance, from workers' comp, general liability, business and personal auto, commercial property, equipment, oil and gas, farm and ranch, and home insurance. Contact Clyde, Nathan, or Travis Sawyer today by calling 336-7543 or 943-9600. Hernandez Sanitation in Fort Stockton proudly serves a large portion of West Texas with sanitation services, including the oil field. For portable toilets, holding tanks, septic tank service, grease trap service, or large roll-off trash containers, contact Hernandez Sanitation today by calling owner and operator Joe Angel Hernandez at 432-336-3803. Hernandez Sanitation, a proud member of the Fort Stockton community, always supporting all the athletic and extracurricular activities in Fort Stockton schools. All right, now let's take a look at the Prowlers. We have Evelyn Bice, a junior outside hitter, and I don't know if she's going to be number 1 or number 3 today, but maybe number 3. Kaylin Reeves is number 2. She's a junior outside hitter. Number 4 is Jocelyn Arcidas, a senior outside hitter. Number 5 for the Prowlers, Haven Gaitan, a senior, defensive specialist. Number 6, Valeria Marquez, a junior. She's a setter. Brenna Downing, number 7, a junior outside hitter. Either number 8, I believe she's number 17 today. Lily Escalon, a junior outside hitter. Number 9, Isla Valenzuela, a senior defensive specialist. Number 10, Sofia Garcia, sophomore. She's a middle blocker. And Victoria Maldonado is number 12, a senior libero. Number 13, Addison Castro, a senior setter. Number 15, Alondra Encinas, a junior setter and outside hitter. And number 20, Inayeli Acosta, a junior and a middle blocker. And as we told you, Seminole defeated Andrews last night for Andrews' first loss in district. And then Greenwood already defeated Monahans in a game that was played early. And so that was a 3-0 score in that match. And we're about ready to go here with Prowler Volleyball. We'll be back in just a moment.
United Country Real Estate is your top real estate agency in the Trans-Pecos, serving Pecos, Reeves, Ward, Terrell, Brewster, and Presidio counties. You'll find fabulous listings for West Texas homes, ranches, commercial property, and hunting land, serving all surrounding area towns and communities. Visit their website today at ucre-wtx.com to view their listings. Also ask them about property management, located at 1032 North Highway 285 in Fort Stockton, also with an office in Pecos. Call United Country today at 432-336-1111.
All right, I believe we're just about ready to get this match underway here at the Special Events Center this morning. We had the real nice ceremony for cancer survivors and honoring some who have passed away from cancer as well, and it is Pink Out Day here at the Fort Stockton Prowler Special Events Center. Addison Castro will start out serving for the Prowlers, and it's over to the right side. Pecos digs it out, and they push it back across. That is a kill for Pecos, so that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles to start the match. Lady Eagles leading 1-0. And now the Lady Eagles will have number 3, Brooke Garcia, serving. And she is a senior. All right, here's the dig by Fort Stockton. That was Kaylin Reeves. There's Brenna Downing with an attempted kill. Pecos digs it out, though. And here's the shot back to the back line. Reeves digs it out again. Here's Downing with another attempted kill. That'll be a point. That'll be an M&J Fast Lube kill by Fort Stockton's Brenna Downing. Ties up the game, 1 point apiece. Fort Stockton will be serving now. Victoria Maldonado with the serve for the Prowlers, another senior. Some of these girls will be going to band contests later today, and they'll be leaving right after this game. And that is a kill by Jocelyn Arcides, brought to you by M&J Fast Lube, and the Prowlers are leading now 2-1 as Maldonado will be serving the ball again. She's the libero today for the Prowlers. And here's the set into the middle. They punch it across. Jocelyn Arcides digs it out. Here's Jocelyn punching it across. Pecos is there for the return. And there's another dig by Fort Stockton. Here's Kaylin Reeves trying to kill it. Pecos picks it up. They punch it across. Here's the set to Arcides. Pecos dug it out. Free ball return for Pecos. And a punch across by Fort Stockton. And here's the dig by Reeves. Pecos sets it now to the right side. We dig it out. And here's Downing with the attempted kill. Pecos digs it out. Long volley here. And Pecos is going to hit that one out of bounds, and it will be a 3-1 lead for the Prowlers after that attempted kill went out of bounds on the back side, on the far side. Victoria Maldonado getting her third serve in a row, I believe. And it's a nice serve dug out by the libero, and a bad set by Pecos. And so that is a point, Fort Stockton, as it falls down on
the Pecos side. 4-1. Fort Stockton leading. Now here's Maldonado with the serve. Nice serve over to the left side. Here's a punch across in the middle by Pecos. And there's Downing with a kill, and she gets it. It's a net ball, but nevertheless, a kill by Downing. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. 5-1, Prowler's leading. And Maldonado now will be serving. And here's the serve. It is dug out. Pecos with a free ball return. Here's the set to Arcides. Attempted kill, and Pecos is able to dig that out. Now we dig it out from Pecos, and here's Downing with another attempted kill, and that's a beautiful cross-court kill there by Downing. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Downing already with a couple of kills here in this game. And Maldonado will now be serving. It's onto the back line. Here's the set to the middle, and that kill is out of bounds by Pecos. It is now 7-1. Prowler's in the lead in game number 1 here this morning. District match between Fort Stockton and Pecos going on right now. First game. Here's Maldonado with the serve, dug out by Pecos. They will set it to the middle, and Fort Stockton blocks it back down. A nice return by Inayeli Acosta. Tried to get a kill. And that is a little tap over for a kill by Pecos. That was number 12, Madeline Fuentes. 7-2 now. Fort Stockton leading in game 1. That's your BBT score. And now we have number 8, I believe, Feiri Aguirre serving. Here's the set, and a punch across by Acosta. And here's the set by Pecos. They try to kill it from the left side. And now a set for Arcides. That's out of bounds. Too much on that one, and it's now 7-3. Pecos gets another point. Fort Stockton leading 7-3 in this ball game. And Pecos serves it up again by Aguirre. Here's the attempted kill by Brenna Downing, but Pecos had a double block on, and they get another point. It's now 7-4. Prowler's leading by 3. Pecos gets another serve by Aguirre, I believe. Dug out by the Prowlers. Here's the set to Arcides. And Pecos digs that out. Here's the attempted kill from the left side by Pecos. It's out of bounds. Fort Stockton is up now 8-4. That's your BBT score, and we get the serve back, and it will be Haven Gaitan serving now for the Prowlers. Gaitan with a nice serve, and that's an ace. Gaitan's serve not handled by the Pecos libero that time. It's 9-4. Fort Stockton on top. That's your BBT score. Here's Haven with another serve. And it's into the net. A service error there on the Prowlers. And it's 9-5. Prowlers on top. And Pecos sends in Madeline Fuentes to the game. And for them, number 21 will be serving. Zerilyn Archuleta. Here's the serve. Dug out. And now here's Inayeli Acosta trying to get a kill. It was a net ball. Pecos did dig it out, though. They try to hit it back across, and it's a miss hit by Madeline Fuentes, and Fort Stockton gets that point. It's 10-5 Prowlers. That's your BBT score in game number 1. Coming in to serve will be Valeria Marquez. And here's Marquez with the serve, and that was touched by Pecos, and that's a point, Fort Stockton. That'll be an ace by Marquez. Could have been out of bounds, but Pecos did touch it. All right, here's Marquez with the serve. Dug out by Pecos, and it's a set to the middle of the court. Fort Stockton digs it out. Here's Maldonado setting it for Acosta. Pecos digs that out, and now here's the set to the middle for Pecos. We dig that out. Here's Maldonado setting it for Lily Escalon. She hits it into the net, so it's 11-6. Fort Stockton leading, and Pecos will get the serve back. Fort Stockton leading in this first game of the match. Pecos will have Aaliyah Perez serving. Here's the set, and that's into the net by Escalon. So it'll be a point Pecos. Tried to kill it, but it went right into the net there. Perez serving again for the Lady Eagles. That's into the net, a service error. And Fort Stockton is now up 12-7 over the Lady Eagles. Fort Stockton coming off of a big win over Monahans on Tuesday night, meaning that we swept Monahans this season. Now we're trying to do the same thing here to Pecos. Here's Inayeli Acosta. That's going to be, let's see, a point Fort Stockton, I think, because of Pecos being in the net, or did they call? No, they gave the point to Pecos. Jerica Velasquez will be serving for the Lady Eagles. And that one is out of bounds, too long on the serve. 13-8 Prowlers, and we get the serve back. Like we said, we're playing this game early today due to band contest coming up later on this afternoon at Ratliff Stadium. Panther Band performing at 4:45 this afternoon. All right, here's the serve, and it's a net ball, and it falls down on Pecos' side. Good job, Prowlers. That's an ace. 14-8 Fort Stockton. Kaylin Reeves will be serving again. And here's Kaylin. And let's see, that is into the net. That's an ace by Kaylin Reeves, and it's 15-8 Fort Stockton. And there's a timeout on the court by Pecos, and we'll take this Cactus Health Center timeout and be back in a moment.
Your dreams are what power our community. When it comes to buying a home, starting a business, or tools to help with everyday money management, Citibank is a proud community leader for your financial needs. From personal checking and lending solutions to mobile banking and a suite of business services, our goal is to help you achieve yours. Citibank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, now here's the serve by Fort Stockton after the Pecos timeout. Kaylin Reeves will get the serve. Fort Stockton leading here 15-8 in game one. Here's the dig by Pecos and an attempted kill, and it's out of bounds. 16-8. Prowlers on top. Kaylin Reeves, a junior, serving once again. Beautiful serve. That is an ace by Kaylin Reeves. Wow, that is a beautiful serve. 17-8. It was a shallow serve that just barely went over the net. It was perfectly placed. All right, here's Reeves again with another serve. That's a line drive. It's another ace by Kaylin Reeves. How about that? 2 aces in a row. And it's 18-8 now. Here's Reeves again with another serve. Prowlers are up by 10. That's your BBT score. And here's another drop-in serve. It's another ace. How about that? Kaylin Reeves, 3 aces in a row. 19-8 Prowlers. That's your BBT score. Here's Reeves again serving. All right, here's the serve. They drop it in. They barely dug that out and returned it. And here's now Arcides with a kill from the left side. That's an M&J fast lube kill. 20-8 Prowlers in game one. Kaylin Reeves has a
long run of serving here, including 3 aces back-to-back. And there's another one that's hard to handle. And here's the dig by Fort Stockton after the turn. A set to the middle. And Sofia Garcia attempted the kill. We dig that out on the return. Here's Arcides. Cross-court shot from middle court. Here's the dig by Maldonado. And a kill by Jocelyn Arcides. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. It's 21-8 Prowlers in game 1. We've got another, no, just a substitution. I thought we had a timeout by Pecos. It is 21-8, Fort Stockton leading. Kaylin Reeves, man, she's had a great string of serving here. That's a great run. Dug out by the libero. They set it to the left side. It's a Pecos, that's a Pecos attempted kill, dug out by Maldonado. And we punch it back across on a free ball. And here's Maldonado. Here's the set now to Jocelyn Arcides again. Here's the set to the left by Pecos. A little off balance on the attempted kill. And now here's Arcides. It's out of bounds on the attempted kill. But what a run by Kaylin Reeves serving there. It is 21-9, Fort Stockton leading now in game 1. Their libero, Pettis, will be serving. And here's the serve. It's into the middle. We dig it out. There's the set. That goes to Escalon, who punched it across. Here's the set. The block by Fort Stockton back down. Brought to you by M&J Trucking. Now here's the return by Escalon. And that'll be a kill by Pecos. 21-10, the Lady Eagles just got a point, but we're leading 21-10. That's your BBT score. Pecos has a serve by Pettis. Into the middle, dug out, and that will be a block by Pecos. I believe they might have called us in the net, but anyway, it's 21-11 now. Fort Stockton is up by 10. Here's the serve by the libero. That is out of bounds on the serve, a service error. 22-11, Prowlers on top in game 1. Brenna Downing comes back in for Valeria Marquez. And it looks like we'll have Addison Castro serving. All right, Castro serving in a 22-11 game in game 1. Fort Stockton leading. Here's the dig. Here's the set by Pecos. And a kill by Jocelyn Arcides. Beautiful. That was really powerful. And an M&J Fast Lube kill. It's 23-11 Fort Stockton. That's your BBT score. Here's Addison Castro serving. It's into the middle, and it's an ace by Castro. And it is set point. 24-11, Prowlers leading in this first game. All right, Addie Castro serving once again for Fort Stockton. Here's the serve. It's a high arching serve, and it's another ace, and that will do it. The Prowlers win game 1 by a score of 25-11, and we're leading the match 1-0. We'll be back with more Prowler volleyball in just a moment.
Hey, Fort Stockton. Hungry for a deal that satisfies every craving? K-Bob Steakhouse has you covered with a 2-for-20 meal deal. That's right, choose a starter like crispy potato skins, cheesy quesadilla or zesty fried pickles, and pair it with an entree. The juicy 6-ounce sirloin, crispy catfish platter, or maybe the hearty chicken fried steak. The choice is yours. Your entree also comes with your choice of sides, baked potato fries, or green beans, all for $20. So grab your friends, family, or come solo and treat yourself at K-Bob Steakhouse in Fort Stockton. Come by today. If you or your spouse have been thinking about pre-planning your funerals, Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend has some very important news. Now is the best time to plan for your eternity and take the financial burden off your loved ones. If you already have a plan, let them review it with you. At Heritage Funeral Home of the Big Bend, they'll work with you so that your final requests are personalized just for you. Call or come by today at 301 North Main or message them on Facebook. Need a quick, efficient oil change? M&J Fast Lube at 116 West Dickinson is here to serve you. Martine and Julia Ibarra invite you to stop by. They have great service, and they offer auto oil and lube services with the top major oil brands and vehicle washing and cleaning. Or you can get your vehicle completely detailed. It'll look like you just bought it. That's M&J Fast Lube, 116 West Dickinson, supporting Panther and Prowler sports. Go Blue! M&J Trucking Services supports our Fort Stockton Panther and Prowler athletic teams and wants you to know that there's a locally owned and operated oilfield trucking company that can handle your vacuum truck and water hauling in the surrounding area. It's M&J Trucking in Fort Stockton, offering 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week vacuum truck and water hauling service. Contact M&J Trucking today at 290-4510. M&J Trucking, owned and operated by Martine Ibarra, proudly supporting the Fort Stockton Panthers and Prowlers. Julie's Easy Press Cleaners is ready to serve you with all your laundry cleaning needs. From drop-off to pickup, you'll enjoy not having to do the washing, drying, or pressing. It's done for you. Whether it's a party, office meeting, or lunch with friends, show up dressed for success, because at Julie's Easy Press, they know that when you look good, you feel good. Julie's Easy Press, 1101 Front Street. Call 336-6601.
All right, we're back for set number 2. Fort Stockton wins set 1 today, 25-11, over the Lady Eagles. And we'll see if we can sweep Pecos today. Pecos is going to get the serve. Brooke Garcia will be serving. Seminole upset Andrews last night, 3-2. Greenwood defeated Monahans 3-0. Those games are already past history, so that the district standings have been changed a little bit. All right, here's the really nice little dink across for a kill by Jocelyn Arcides, and that's a 1-0 lead for Fort Stockton. We get the serve. It'll be Addie Castro now serving for the Prowlers. Again, we're playing the game early today due to band contests later today, as the Pride of Pantherland Band will be performing at 4:45. There's an ace served up by Addie Castro. It's 2-0 Fort Stockton. Yeah, the Pride of Pantherland Band, 4:45 this afternoon at Ratliff Stadium in Odessa at UIL Region 6 marching contest. Here's the serve. And it's another ace by Addie Castro. 3-0. Fort Stockton in the lead in game number 2. That's your BBT score. Here's Castro again with the serve. Oh, it's a net ball. We're never happy with service errors, of course, but it's 3-1. Fort Stockton in the lead. Number 8 for Pecos, Aguirre, will be serving. Game number 2. Here are the Lady Eagles now serving. Dug out nicely by Downing. A set, backwards to Sophia Garcia. Good job by Garcia to get a kill right there, brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. 4-1, Fort Stockton in the lead. That's your BBT score. And we get the serve back with Victoria Maldonado. And she serves into the middle. Here's the set. And the kill. Fort Stockton blocked it. And now we got to try to get it back across. We do. Nice job by Jocelyn Arcides. Here's the set. And that's Inayeli Acosta punching it across for a kill. 5-1 Fort Stockton. That kill brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Here's Maldonado serving again. Here's Victoria Maldonado serving, and there's the dig out by Maldonado. Here's the kill by Arcides. My goodness, what a strong kill, but no. It is going to be out. So Fort Stockton does get the kill by Jocelyn Arcides, and that's brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Maldonado serving again for the Prowlers. It's Fort Stockton 6-1 in game 2 over Pecos. That's your BBT score. Here's the attempted kill by Pecos. Blocked out of bounds. And that will be a point Pecos as that blocked ball went out. All right, number 21, Zerilyn Archuleta serving. It's into the middle. And here's the set to Downing. Oh, it's a miss hit into the net. And it is 6-3. A little bit late getting to the set, perhaps, also caused us to hit it into the net. Archuleta now serving for Pecos. And it is a net ball. Service error. Fort Stockton leads it now 7-3. And we get the serve back. This will be Haven Gaitan serving as Jocelyn Arcides takes a break. All right, here's the serve. And that one is out of bounds. I don't believe Pecos touched it, so yeah, it's out on the serve. Service error, and Fort Stockton now leads 7-4. That's your BBT score. Pecos sends in a new server, and it will be number 13, Aaliyah Perez. Here's the set. And Nayeli Acosta tries the kill. Pecos returns it. Now Pecos tries a kill. We'll set it over to Downing. Downing tries to get a kill, but Pecos is there. Here's the dig by Fort Stockton. Now we set it to Downing. Tried to get a kill. That's out of bounds. It'll be a point Fort Stockton. So a nice kill again by Downing, brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. Downing comes out, and it will be Valeria Marquez serving for the Prowlers. All right, Marquez. It's dug out by Pecos. They'll set it for the kill. Fort Stockton digs it out. Here's a set by Marquez to Reeves. Reeves tries to get a kill. Pecos digs it out along the back line. And that's going to be a point for Pecos as they got a kill. And it's now 8-5. Fort Stockton up by 3 points in game number 2. That's your BBT score. The Lady Eagles now serving with Carice Hernandez. And here's the serve. It is dug out. And this is Acosta that tries to get a kill. No, that's not. It's Reeves. And here's Reeves with a kill. It is inbounds. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. 9-5. Fort Stockton leading after the kill by Reeves. And now Reeves, no, it'll be Nayeli Acosta serving. She's a junior. With Fort Stockton having a 4-point lead right here. Here's Acosta serving. Dug out, and it's an ace by Nayeli Acosta. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. And 10-5 is our score. Prowler's in the lead. Here's another serve by Acosta. Dug out on the back line by Pecos. They try the kill. And now it's a set by Fort Stockton over to Escalon. And that is going to be a point Fort Stockton. That ball went under the net from Pecos. It's now 11-5. Fort Stockton in the lead. And there's a timeout by Pecos. We'll take this Cactus Health Center timeout and be back in a moment.
At Weiss Tire Pros, they've been servicing vehicles reliably for generations. They're family-owned and operated for over 35 years, and they're here to make certain your cars and trucks keep their promise to you. They're more than just tires, offering full automotive services, so they keep you focused on the road ahead. They carry all major tire brands. For whatever you drive, Weiss Tire Pros has a tire to fit your needs. With Weiss Tire Pros, they're here to help keep you safe on the road. Visit the store today in Fort Stockton. Weiss Tire Pros. Love the drive.
And we're back with more Prowler volleyball. Nayeli Acosta will be serving after that Pecos timeout was called. It's 11-5 Fort Stockton in the lead in game 2. That's your BBT score. All right, here's the set for Pecos. That's going to be Pecos in the net, I believe, and also it dropped down, I believe, on their side. It's 12-5, Fort Stockton in the lead. Here's Acosta with another serve. And that's dug out by the Prowlers. Here's the set by Marquez. And that kill, too much on it by Kaylin Reeves. And it is now 12-6. Fort Stockton leading in game 2. Number 5 serving for Pecos, Azerlyn Perez. Here's the dig by Maldonado, and here's the set. Sofia Garcia. That's a point, Fort Stockton. Pecos tried to block it, but it went down on their side. 13-6, Fort Stockton in the lead. Now here's Kaylin Reeves serving for the Prowlers. All right, here's Reeves with the serve. She drops it in for an ace. And she has had quite a few aces in this match today. She had 3 back-to-back in game 1. Here's Reeves with another serve. 14-6 Prowlers in game 2. That's your BBT score. Here's Reeves again serving. And a beautiful serve. Here's the set. And a kill, beautiful there by Sofia Garcia. Outstanding. Really caught Pecos flat-footed right there, I guess you could say. Anyway, it's 15-6 Prowlers. Here's Reeves with another serve. She's done a great job serving today. And here's another kill by Sofia Garcia. Catching them completely unaware again. 16-6. Great job for a couple of kills in a row by Sofia. Prowlers with a 10-point lead in game number 2. 16-6 Prowlers. BBT score. And here's Kaylin Reeves serving yet again. And she drops it in. The libero digs it out this time. Attempted kill by Pecos. We blocked it, and then Reeves dug it out. That's a kill by Fort Stockton. And that's Lily Escalon with the kill. Brought to you by M&J Fast Lube, 17-6 Prowlers. Reeves continues her serving streak again. She's had a really long serving streak in both games. Here's Kaylin Reeves with a 17-6 lead for the Prowlers. And that is a line drive serve, almost an ace, but Pecos may be able to save it. Yes, they do. And here's Valeria Marquez, and there's Sofia Garcia with a kill in the middle. Garcia's having a really good game, too, here. 18-6 now. Prowlers in the lead. That's your BBT score. Kaylin Reeves, another serve. All right, here's the serve by Reeves, and wow, that was an amazing serve. That one is going to be out of bounds on the attempted kill by Pecos. And it is now 19-6. Fort Stockton leading over the Lady Eagles. Here's Reeves continuing her serving run. That one dropped in, and it's another ace for Kaylin Reeves. My goodness. 20-6 Prowlers. And a timeout by Pecos. We'll be back with more Prowler volleyball after this Cactus Health timeout.
Buck's Lube Center is located at 310 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton. They feature quick oil changes, multi-point vehicle checks, inspection stickers, and fuel filters for all vehicles, specializing in mobile oil but with Motorcraft also in stock. Buck's Lube Center is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Remember, for reasonable prices and great service, it's Buck's Lube Center, 310 West Dickinson, Fort Stockton. They hope to serve you on every oil change. We're back after the Pecos timeout, and Kaylin Reeves has really had 2 big serving runs in both games today. (20-6) Prowlers lead. That is your BBT score. Here's the dig by Pecos on that serve, and it is not returned. It'll be another ace by Kaylin Reeves as they could not return it. 21-6, Fort Stockton in the lead in game number 2. This district game being played here at the Special Events Center today early because of band contest, as the Pantherland Band will be performing 4:45. There are quite a, I don't know how many, but there are several volleyball players that are also in the band. And they'll be leaving after this game is concluded to go up to band contest and help out the Pride of Pantherland. I know Valeria Marcus is a soloist with the band, and I think Victoria Maldonado is a member of the band as well. I'm not sure who else, but there are quite a few. We wish the Pride of Pantherland great luck today at band contest. Hope they have a good performance. They've been working very hard. And congratulations to our Panther football team winning 49-15 last night over Snyder. Here's the serve, dug out by the Lady Eagles. And here's the attempted block by Fort Stockton. Now it'll be a set for Arcidas, who punches it down, and Pecos digs it out. Attempted kill by Pecos. Reeves digs it out. And here's Arcidas. And that block by Pecos went back down on Fort Stockton's side, so it's 21-7. And finally, Kaylin Reeves' serving streak ends, but that was a great run of points for Fort Stockton. Brooke Garcia will be serving now for Pecos. Fort Stockton leading 21-7 in game 2. And here's the serve. We dig it out by Escalon. Here's the set to Escalon. And that'll be a kill by Lily Escalon. Brought to you by J. Fast Lube. And it is 22-7. Fort Stockton in the lead. Now we have Addie Castro, a senior, serving for the Prowlers. And that one is out of bounds on the serve, a service error. 22-8 now. Fort Stockton leading in game 2. And let's see, I believe they bring in number 8, Aguirre, to serve. (22-8). Here's the serve, dug out by the Prowlers, and set for Garcia. And she gets a kill. Sophia Garcia with another kill, and the Prowlers are up 23-8. And it will be now Maldonado serving. She's a senior libero. Here's the serve, dug out by Pecos. They try to get a kill. It's punched across. Here's the set forward to Arcidas. Not a very good set that time, and it gives Pecos a point. 23-9 now. The Prowlers leading in game number 2. Archuleta serving for the Lady Eagles. And the serve is dug out by Arcidas. And now Arcidas punches it across. Here's the set for Pecos. They try to get a kill. And we do manage to save it. I believe that was out of bounds. It'll be a point for Pecos. 23-10 now. Pecos gets that point. Fort Stockton leading. That's your BBT score. Here is the serve. Dug out by Maldonado. And the set over to Acosta. Pecos digs it out. Now they will set it for midcourt. Here's the set up at the net. No, it's a punch across by Addie Castro. Here's Addie with the set to Arcidas. Pecos is able to dig it out. They free ball it across. Here's the set by Fort Stockton. We punch it across. They punch it back. And now a set by Pecos. They try to kill it. That's a block. And it is a kill by the Lady Eagles. 23-11 now. Fort Stockton on top. Archuleta serving again for the Lady Eagles.
Here's the serve. Dug out by Fort Stockton. Set backwards to Arcides. That's another kill brought to you by M&J Fast Lube. And it is set point for the Prowlers. 24-11 we lead. That's your BBT score. And we send in Javian Gaitan to serve. Here's the serve. And that's an ace. And that is final in game number 2. 25-11. And the Prowlers are leading 2-0. We'll be back in just a moment with more Fort Stockton Prowler volleyball after this timeout.
Designer Carpets and Interiors has become known in Fort Stockton as the remodeling experts. They will be glad to put together a free estimate on just about any remodeling project, always keeping in mind your budget. They also can help with ideas and designs for your project to upgrade your home and add to its value. They also have all types of the latest and most modern flooring, including carpet, tile, hardwood, laminates, custom cabinetry, countertops, and much more. Call Designer Carpets and Interiors today at 336-6591. Permian Basin Abstract Company is located at 600 West Dickinson and is available to handle all your real estate closings. They have a full-service title company and are experts at handling all the tricky parts of title work. Great customer service is their #1 goal with local manager Penny McKnight. Permian Basin Abstract has locations in Andrews, Seminole, Pecos, and the local office in Fort Stockton to serve all area West Texas counties and have all records available. Call 432-336-3301 or go by Permian Basin Abstract, corner of Monahans Highway and Dickinson Boulevard. Have you tried the delicious Jalisco-style Mexican food at the Guadalajara Mexican Grill recently? Their food and service is fast and top-notch. Plus, they're now offering some additions to their huge menu, including the carnitas plate and the fantastic molcajete with beef, chicken, and shrimp. They also now have delicious chicken wings spiced with mango, habanero, buffalo, or barbecue. Top it off with your favorite adult beverages and drinks and desserts. They also have daily specials, and you can dine in or call in orders at 336-6600. The Guadalajara Mexican Grill, 200 East 19th on the Imperial Highway.
At Cactus Health Services, they're here when you need them. On Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, the friendly staff at Cactus Health is ready to serve you from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 5 p.m. On Tuesdays, they're open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 7. Would you like to get in earlier? The Cactus Health office is open on Wednesdays from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 2 to 4:30. Whether it's a routine checkup or something more, they're here for your health. Call Cactus Health at 336-8110.
Porky's Ice House in Fort Stockton is the place to get your drinks and snacks in Fort Stockton, with 2 convenient drive-through lanes open 7 days a week for teas, lemonades, and fountain drinks with added flavors upon request and much more. Go by Porky's Ice House, and remember, happy hour is each day from 4 to 6 p.m. with all drinks any size for just $1. They also make popular clamato, squirt, topo chico, and jerky preparados that are delicious, along with nachos. Porky's Ice House, 1401 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton.
All right, we're back for game number 3. Fort Stockton has won games 1 and 2, each by identical scores of 25-11. All right, so here we go with game number 3. Fort Stockton trying to get a sweep perhaps today against the Lady Eagles. It's 25-11, 25-11, the first 2 scores. Here's the dig by Pecos. They try the kill. It is inbounds, so Pecos gets a kill inbounds on the back line. 1-0, the Lady Eagles leading in game number 3. Playing this match early today in Fort Stockton due to band contest, and we're in the lead. Here's a nice serve by Pecos, dug out by Fort Stockton. Not a good set. It's going to be another Pecos point. It's 2-0, the Lady Eagles leading. And they'll be serving again. This is Brooke Garcia. That was just not a good set. It was too much up toward the net and also toward the sideline. All right, here's Downing with the attempted kill. Pecos is able to save that. And now here's Arcides trying to get a kill. Pecos returns it over the block. Here's Downing trying to get a kill. Pecos punches it across on a free ball. Here's the set. No, it's a punch across by Addison Castro. Now here's the set backwards to Downing. And a miss hit into the net. Pecos is leading this third game 3-0. So not a good set here, not a good start in this game for the Prowlers, but we'll come back. It's 3-0 Pecos on top. That's your BBT score. Here is the nice serve. And a set forward to Arcidas. And a cross, a corner kill by Arcidas. Nice job. Arcidas in the middle got a kill into the corner. 3-1 now. Pecos on top, and it's Fort Stockton serve. Here's Maldonado serving. Onto the right side, and that's an ace by Maldonado. Good job. 3-2. The Lady Eagles still leading, but here's Maldonado serving. A senior libero for the Prowlers. And here's the serve. Oh, beautiful serve. And that is going to be a point Pecos. They called us in the net. So 4-2, Lady Eagles. A couple of substitutions come in for Pecos. And for Pecos, it'll be Aguirre serving. That one is out of bounds. That'll be Fort Stockton. Point, as we did not touch it. We reached up for it, but we did not make contact with the ball. So it's 4-3, Pecos on top. Serving is Haven Gaitan. Dug out by the libero for Pecos. And an attempted kill. It is inbounds. That's a nice kill by number 21 there, Archuleta. 5-3 now, the Lady Eagles leading. And Archuleta will also be serving for Pecos. Left-handed server. And here's the punch across by Fort Stockton. And that one is out of bounds on the attempted kill by Jerica Velasquez. It is now 5-4. Fort Stockton down by 1 point in game 3. That's your BBT score. Fort Stockton won games 1 and 2, 25-11, 25-11. Carice Hernandez. No, it will be, there's the serve by Fort Stockton. Marquez, that's out of bounds, a service error. And Pecos is up by 2 points now, 6-4. Fort Stockton leading the match 2-0, trying to get a sweep today over Pecos. Number 13, Aaliyah Pettis will be serving. It's into the middle, dug out by Maldonado. Tough to handle. And a free ball across by Escalon. And they try to punch it across. They do. Here's Fort Stockton setting it with Marquez. And that was Kaylin Reeves trying to get a kill. And a block back down by Fort Stockton, Acosta, and Escalon. Escalon, I think, was the one who got the block. Brought to you by M&J Trucking. And now it's a 6-5 game. Pecos is up by 1. And we get Inayeli Acosta serving for the Prowlers. And the serve onto the back line. Here's the set over to the left by Pecos, and that's a kill by Pecos. A nice job there by number 9, and she's actually not on our roster. I'm not sure who that was. Jaslyn Licon will be serving for the Lady Eagles. And the serve. Dug out by the Prowlers by Reeves, and Reeves tries the kill, but it's a miss hit into the net. And Pecos now leading 8-5 over the Prowlers in game 3. Serving Carissa, well, it'll be actually Jaslyn Licon again. All right, here's the set. And an attempted kill by Garcia. And it's a point Fort Stockton. Pecos could not return it. 4 touches. It's 8-6 now. We trail by 2 in game 3.
And serving will be Kaylin Reeves, and she's had 2 great point runs in this game with her serving in this match today. 1 in game 1, 1 in game 2. Here's the set. Fort Stockton sets it at the net, and it's Arcides trying to kill. Pecos did dig that out. They free ball it across. Here's the set backwards to Escalon. She tries the kill. Pecos digs it out. And here's a return by Pecos. Now the set by Marquez. And that's to Arcides. She tried the kill. Pecos sets it now to the right. Fort Stockton digs it out. We set it for Arcides. And that's going to be a kill for Arcides. They could not get to it. An M&J fast loop kill for Jocelyn Arcides. And now the Prowlers are down by 1. Kaylin Reeves, we've had an amazing run with her serving and a couple of times in this game. Here's the serve. It's a net ball. And here's the return. Here's the set. And that will be a point Pecos. All right, it's 9-7. The Lady Eagles on top, and they'll get the serve back here. That'll be Pettis serving. Here's the set for a kill, and it is a kill by Lily Escalon. Well, they have not. I believe it's 9-8, yes. Prowlers will be serving here as we do get the point. Addison Castro is serving. Nice serve, dug out by the libero for Pecos. They will set it into the middle. Fort Stockton digs it out. Going to have to struggle to save this one. We do save it, though, in a free ball. And now here's a return by Pecos. And the punch across by Castro, and she gets a little punch across for a kill. 9-9, that's an M&J fast loop kill. Now we have Castro serving once again for the Prowlers. We have come back to tie the game now in game number 3. And here's Castro. That's an ace for Addison Castro. Now the Prowlers in the lead in this game for the first time. We won game 1 and 2, 25-11 and 25-11. Now we're in the lead here in game number 3. Here's the serve. Dug out by Pecos. They will set it over to the right side. Fort Stockton now digs it out. Here's the set for Downing. And can Pecos save it? Yes, they did. We will set it for Arcides. Wow, what a powerful kill by Arcides. That's an M&J fast loop kill. Fort Stockton up 11-9 now in game 3. Now Castro will be serving. A senior setter for the Prowlers. And a nice serve. But they will be able to return it on a free ball by the libero. Here's the set to Arcides again. And that is another point Fort Stockton on a kill by Arcides. Brought to you by M&J Fast Loop. Pecos calls timeout. We'll be back with more Prowler Volleyball after this.
If you're needing personal attention to your medical needs, visit Salceda Urgent Care and Family Medicine in Fort Stockton at 703 North Main. They can help with life's little urgencies that cannot wait for an appointment. They provide urgent care, hormone optimization for men and women, vitamin supplements, family medicine, chronic care for all ages, including cholesterol treatment, blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid optimization, and treat many other conditions. Call for appointments 360-3029. Walk-ins are welcome at 703 North Main.
Are you sick and tired of inflation driving up the price on virtually everything? At CTG Express Oil Change, we have mastered the art of inflation-proof, lightning-fast oil changes. We tell inflation to take a hike with our happy hour discounts every weekday, 11 to 1 p.m., and our service appreciation discounts for local teachers, military, first responders, and correctional officers. We're fast, too, saving you time and money. And remember, at CTG Express, we are the best for the most dependable place to get your state inspection. Come save with us at CTG Express in Fort Stockton.
As we come back,
Addie Castro serves it, and there's a kill by Pecos from the right side. Fort Stockton's lead cut down to 12-10 in Game 3. Fort Stockton won games 1 and 2, 25-11, 25-11. Now Pecos getting the serve. It'll be Brooke Garcia. And into the middle, Maldonado digs it out. At the net, in the middle, there was Jocelyn Arcides punching it back down. Pecos tries the kill, but it's in the net. Fort Stockton gets the point. We lead 13-10 in game number 3. Maldonado will be serving now for the Prowlers. All right, here's the dig by Pecos. They try to punch it across, and that is a punch across for a kill by Downing. 14-10, Prowlers are up by 4 in game 3. And now Maldonado serving again for Fort Stockton. And it's into the net, a service error. 14-11. Fort Stockton is up by 3 now. That's your BBT score. Trying to get a sweep over the Lady Eagles today at the Special Events Center. Let's see. Now we have Pecos, and they're going to be serving here with number 8, I believe. That's Aguirre. Dug out by the Prowlers, and here's Arcides with an attempted kill. Attempted kill by Pecos from the right side. Here's the set for Downing. Punches it across. Pecos digs it out. Here is the return by Pecos. The set by Castro to Arcides, and it was into the net. So that will be a 14-12 lead for Fort Stockton after Pecos gets that point. Fort Stockton has swept Pecos so far, 25-11, 25-11, trying to get a sweep in game 3. The serve to Maldonado, who digs it out. Here's Castro setting it for Downing. Nice attempted kill, but it is dug out by Pecos. Punch across by Fort Stockton's Castro. They try to get a kill from the left side, but it's into the net. And it's a 15-12 lead for the Prowlers. Serving Haven Gaitan for Fort Stockton. We will be taking on Andrews here at home Tuesday night. That's an ace by Haven Gaitan. 16-12 Prowlers. So next week we finish regular season district play against Andrews on Tuesday, and then Greenwood on the road on Saturday. Here's a service error by Fort Stockton, and it's 16-13 now. Prowlers in the lead in game number 3. Again, we won games 1 and 2, 25-11 and 25-11. Here's Archuleta with the serve. Downing digs it out, and they punch it across. Wow, that's a good save by Fort Stockton, and that hit is out of bounds. That was touched by Fort Stockton going out, though. Now that was touched going out, so 17-13 is our score. Prowlers leading by 4. Here's the serve by the Lady Eagles, dug out by Downing, and here's the set for Reeves. And a punch across, and that's a free ball across by, I believe, Castro. Here's Castro punching it across again. Pecos setting it to the left. That one is out of bounds. That'll be a point Fort Stockton. Now it's 17-14. I think they had the incorrect score on the scoreboard a moment ago, so it's 17-14 now. All right, here's the net ball by Marquez on a serve, a service error there. And it's now 17-15. The Prowlers leading just by 2. Pecos gets the serve back, and it is a closer game in game 3. We won games 1 and 2, 25-11, 25-11. Here's the serve.
And that is an ace by Pecos. So it becomes now 17-16. Pettis will be serving again for the Lady Eagles. And it is onto the right side, dug out by the Prowlers. We have to free ball it across with Escalon. And there's a punch back down by Inayeli Acosta. Good job there by Inayeli. It's 18-16. Prowlers on top in game number 3. And here's Acosta ready to serve for the Prowlers. Into the middle, dug out by Pecos. That's a punch down for Pecos, but we returned it. We tried to stay out of the net, and we did a good job of that. And that is a block by Sofia Garcia, brought to you by M&J Trucking, and it gives Fort Stockton the point, 19-16. And we did a really good job of staying out of the net that time with a lot of effort. All right, here's Inayeli Acosta, the serve. Here's the set to the right. And Pecos' attempted kill is out of bounds. 20-16 now, and it is a timeout by Pecos. We'll take this Cactus Health timeout and be back in a moment.
Contessa Ready Mix is now open and ready to serve all your concrete needs. They also offer general construction, precast, material hauling, and sand and gravel. They're located at 2270 Gonzales Loop. For more information, call 432-290-4947. Contessa Ready Mix, owned and operated by Colby Terraces, serving Fort Stockton and the surrounding area.
Are your insurance rates too high? At Fort Stockton Insurance, you're not stuck. We can shop within our own carriers to find the best deals. Do you know that we do more than property and auto? We do life, commercial, farm, and specialty insurance. Do you want to run on the field with the Baylor Bears? Have an Aerolite plane or a vintage vehicle? We insure all of that. Need a bond or commercial insurance? We can help you there too. This is Pam at Fort Stockton Insurance. We're located at 901 West Dickinson, or give us a call at 336-8565.
All right, we're back, and we just had an attempted kill by Castro, and it went just out of bounds. And so Pecos got the point, and it's 20-17. Pecos gets a point after their timeout was called. Fort Stockton leading 20-17 in game 3. Trying to get the sweep over Pecos. Let's see if we can do it. Here's Pecos with the serve. Low serve, dug out by Maldonado. And here's Pecos now. Here's a dig by Fort Stockton, and to the middle with Sofia, attempted kill, Sofia Garcia. They punch it back on a free ball. Here's the set for Marquez. Here's Reeves with a kill. 21-17, Prowlers up by 4 now, and a 21-17 lead. Here's Kaylin Reeves serving again for the Prowlers. Done a great job of serving today. All right, here's Reeves with the serve. It's into the net. Service error. 21-18 now. All right, Pecos' libero will be serving. That's Pettis. And the serve is dug out by Fort Stockton. We set it for Arcides. Pecos is going to try to save it, and they will. Fort Stockton will set it now. Marcus sets it again to Arcides, and that is off of a block by Pecos out of bounds. So Fort Stockton is up now 22-18, and will get the serve. And serving will be Addison Castro. Fort Stockton 3 points away from winning this match. Here's the set by Pecos to the middle of the court. Here's Downing. Here's another set to Downing. And it goes back down on Fort Stockton's side, I believe. No, they call Pecos in the net, I believe. No. They did give us the point, 23-18. All right, here's Castro serving. And that was almost an ace, but there's a block back down by Pecos, by Fort Stockton. That was a great job by Downing and Garcia. Now here's Downing, and that one is, saved by Garcia. Wow. Pecos with a punch across, and now here's Castro with the set. Arcidas tried to get a kill. Pecos dug it out. Here's a punch across by Fort Stockton. The set to the right side. A long volley here. A set for Arcidas. Pecos blocked it back down on our side. Arcidas tries it again, and it is out of bounds. It is a point Pecos, as they did not touch it. So it's 23-19. Fort Stockton up by 4. The Lady Eagles will serve. Trying to make a comeback in this game. And Fort Stockton trying to sweep. Brooke Garcia with the serve. Dug out by Fort Stockton. That was a difficult serve to handle. Downing tried to get a kill. Pecos blocked it back down. Here's Maldonado punching it across. Now the set for Pecos. They have to free ball it across. And that is a Pecos point as it hit the net and was deflected. So it's 23-20. Prowler's up by 3. Now the Lady Eagles will be serving with Brooke Garcia. All right, Garcia serves. Dug out by Fort Stockton. That's Isla Valenzuela. A punch across by Fort Stockton. Pecos tries to set it. They will free ball it across. Valenzuela sets it, and now we've got Jocelyn Arcidas with a kill. Pecos blocked it, but it's out of bounds. No, they reverse it, and they say that it's a point Pecos, 23-21. Maybe they called us in the net, I'm not sure, but here's 23-21. Pecos still serving. And here's Fort Stockton digging it out. Here's the set over to Garcia. That is a Pecos point. All right, now we're gonna contest this, I think, but yeah, I believe they. Well, I guess it's 23-22. I'm not sure about the scoreboard right now. But here is a kill in by Acosta, and that will do it, I believe. Fort Stockton has won this match by a third game score of 25-22. I don't know if the scoreboard is incorrect or not. No, the game is over. It's 25-22. Fort Stockton wins the match, and we'll be back to wrap up the ball game for you after this.
This is Dr. Gabe Zamora, Superintendent of Fort Stockton ISD. At FSISD, we know that success begins with showing up every day. Be present and be prepared. I want to thank our parents, families, and community for supporting not just our athletes and performers, but every student and the dedicated educators who work tirelessly to help them succeed. Let's continue working together to ensure our students thrive in school and in life. Together, let's make this another great year for Fort Stockton.
Ram Country of Fort Stockton has a full-time service department. For all your vehicle needs, visit Ram Country 2603 West Dickinson. Same-day service available on most vehicles. This includes service on Jeep, Ram, Dodge, and Chrysler vehicles. They also have a state-of-the-art tire alignment machine. Ram Country has the top service technicians in the area, so no matter the make or model of your vehicle, they can get you back out on the road safely. Call 432-360-1055 to schedule an appointment today.
When you need supplies in the oil field, the choice is clear. Choose Triple G Supply and Services in Fort Stockton. They have all the oil field supplies you need, including general oil field supplies, PVC pipe and fittings, hydraulic hoses, generators, safety equipment, household supplies, and much more. They also have roustabout services available. Triple G Supply and Services is right here in Fort Stockton at the west end of Dickinson at 1048 Crockett Avenue. Delivery is available to your location. Call 336-8280 for Triple G Supply and Services. Doctors Josh Pass, Brian Cherry, and Hewlin Pass are optometrists serving the West Texas area. Visit West Texas Eye Care at 605 North Main in Fort Stockton or 611 South Oak in Pecos. They offer complete and thorough eye examinations for the whole family, including therapeutic optometry, eyeglasses, contact lenses, laser surgery consultation, and screenings for macular degeneration and diabetes with an in-office lab. Call to make an appointment today in Fort Stockton at 336-3662 or in Pecos 445-3662. West Texas Cinema is open in Fort Stockton next to the Convention Center at 2181 West Interstate 10, showing the newest movies with a movie premiere once a month. Shows are Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m., and Sundays at 7 and 9 p.m., with admission prices just $10 for adults and $8 for children 12 and under. Plus, they have a full range of fresh concessions, discounts for veterans, first responders, and medical staff with ID. West Texas Cinema, local and family owned and operated at 2181 West I-10. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram at West Texas Cinema.
Ready to refresh, renew, and radiate? At RA Radiance Med Spa, we're here to help you look and feel your best. From glowing skin with hydrofacial and classic facials to smoother texture with microneedling and dermaplaning, your skin transformation starts here. Boost your wellness with IV hydration, vitamin injections, and our medical weight loss program featuring semaglutide and tirzepatide. Plus, don't miss our Keravive scalp treatments with trusted Botox care. And great news, we're now open Monday through Friday. Call us today at 432-360-0248 or visit raradiancemedspa.com.
Airlawn Furniture is Fort Stockton's newest destination for furniture, appliances, mattresses, electronics, and more. They've been serving Pecos for over 30 years and look forward to doing the same for the lovely people of Fort Stockton. Enjoy free local delivery and installation, monthly specials, lease-to-own options with no credit needed. Visit them in-store at 1206 West Dickinson next to Lowe's or call 432-299-1181 or online at airlawnfurniture.com. Make the quality choice. Panther and Prowler fans, choose Airlawn. Se habla español.
Always a good time at Joe's Place Cantina, located in historic downtown behind the Community Theater at 216 West 1st. Joe's Place offers specialty cocktails, cold beer on tap, tacos, tortas, and more, served in 3 different areas, including a covered patio and backyard bars, while listening and dancing to a wide variety of music or watching the big game. Also karaoke nights on Thursdays. Joe's Place open Wednesdays from 8 to 12 and Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 1, with family time and happy hour only from 6 to 8 p.m. Be sure to look at their Facebook page for upcoming events and information.
Looking for more ways to watch your favorite shows, sports, and movies? With BBT, it's simple. When you sign up for our Work and Play internet plan, you'll get a free Roku device and $10 in monthly streaming credits. Enjoy hundreds of channels, including popular Spanish language favorites like Univision, Unimas, and Telemundo, all with reliable local internet you know and trust. Call 800-592-4781 or order online 24/7 at bigbend.com. BBT, reliable, local, and connected.
Alamo Tire and Auto Repair presents the $5 Club. Get $5 flat repairs, $5 tire rotations, $5 brake pad thickness checks, $5 vehicle unlock services, $5 vehicle jump starts, $5 computer diagnostics, and lots more. For information, call 432-242-7092 or visit them at 2709 West Dickinson. That's Alamo Tire and Auto Repair. Your health matters. At Cactus Health Services, we believe quality health care should be accessible to everyone. That's why we offer a sliding fee program, making your visits more affordable based on your income. Whether it's a checkup, managing a condition, or preventative care, we're here for you. Call us today at 432-336-8110 to learn more, or visit us at 700 North Main Street in Fort Stockton, because your health should always come first. Cactus Health Services, caring for our community one patient at a time.
All right, the Prowlers win today over Pecos in a sweep over the Lady Eagles. Game 1, 25-11, Game 2, 25-11, and Game 3, 25-22. Much closer game in Game 3, but the Prowlers get the sweep and do a great job here this morning against the Lady Eagles. We're now 12-16 overall and 4-4 in district play. Now the updated district standings after this round of action is now complete. Andrews lost last night to Seminole, their first loss in district, 3-2. So Andrews is now 7-1 in district. Greenwood is 6-2 as they swept Monahans. And then Seminole is now 5-3 after they get a win over Andrews. Fort Stockton now 4-4, and Monahans is 2-6, and Pecos at 0-8. So the Prowlers will have 2 more games remaining. And let's see, we'll have Andrews at home on Tuesday night, and then we'll have Greenwood on the road next Saturday, and that will complete the regular season of district play. Congratulations to the Prowlers winning today, 25-11, 25-11, and 25-22. Also, congratulations to our Panther football team winning last night 49-15 over the Snyder Tigers. And good luck to our Pride of Pantherland band this afternoon as they will be performing at UIL Region 6 marching contest. That will wrap it up from the Special Events Center this morning. And I'm Ken Ripley returning you to KFST.
You've been listening to Fort Stockton High School Prowler Volleyball on KFST, AM and FM, KFSTradio.com, and the KFST YouTube page. Brought to you by Amistad Motors, Bienvenidos Mexican Food Restaurant, Bucks Loop Center, Pecos County State Bank, the Steakhouse Restaurant, Sawyer Insurance, the First National Bank, Adenanda Sanitation, K-Bob Steakhouse, Citibank, Alamo Tire and Auto Repair, Heritage Funeral Home, M&J Fast Lube, Julie's Easy Press, M&J Trucking, Weiss Tire Pros, Joe's Place and Cantina, United Country Real Estate, and Jones Leasing. Also by Designer Carpets and Interiors, Permian Basin Abstract, the Guadalajara Mexican Grill, Cactus Health Services, Porky's Ice House, Salceda Family Medicine and Urgent Care, CTG Express, Contessa Ready Mix, Fort Stockton Insurance Agency, Fort Stockton ISD, Ram Country of Fort Stockton, Triple G Oilfield Supply, West Texas Eye Care, West Texas Cinema, RA Radiance Med Spa, Air Lawn Furniture and Appliance, and by BBT. Thanks for tuning in for Prowler Volleyball. Porky's Ice House in Fort Stockton is the place to get your drinks and snacks in Fort Stockton, with 2 convenient drive-through lanes open 7 days a week for teas, lemonades, and fountain drinks with added flavors upon request and much more. Go by Porky's Ice House, and remember, happy hour is each day from 4 to 6 p.m. with all drinks any size for just $1. They also make popular Clamato, Squirt, Topo Chico, and Jerky Preparados that are delicious, along with nachos. Porky's Ice House, 1401 West Dickinson in Fort Stockton.